Hello everybody, Justo Plus Art here, and this video is going to show you how to make a box head like this one. Your very own custom box head, and it's really easy to do. All you need is the right resources and a lot of patience, and also have fun while doing so. Bah! I was inspired to make this because of Minecraft. If you don't know what Minecraft is, stop watching and go wiki it. Okay? It's a fun sandbox game, and it's pretty much for everybody. So, yeah, go wiki it. So without further ado, let's get started. So what you're going to need first is an idea. You just can't start off right off the bat. You need an idea on how you want it to look. So mine, yeah, custom, it looks like how I want it to look. So if you want yours to look your certain way but you don't have an idea yet, go to this website called minecraftskins.com. The link is in the description. And on this website, a bunch of people upload different kinds of skins that they have made, and what's cool is that you can download them and use them as your own skins. But I went on this website and I tried finding my own like custom skin, but I didn't really find what I was looking for. So what I did is I downloaded the Minecraft Skin Edit, and this program, it's free, and the link is down there as well. But yeah, it's really easy to download and really easy to use, and that's how I used mine. That's how I came up with all the designs and stuff, and it's a really good program to like just mess around with, practice, and like, okay, this is how I want this to look like, this is where I want this to look like. So yeah, I suggest going to these first before, yeah, gathering your resources. Okay, the first thing you're gonna need is a box. A moving box, kind of like this one, with the little duck on it. And you can find these at Walmart for 64 cents. They don't cost that much. And be sure to get the 12 by 12 by 12, no wait, 12 by 12 by 10.5 box. Because that's what I got, and that is what mine is made out of. And yeah, just go pick up one of these. And then while you're there, find a hat or buy a hat, kind of like this one, but without the little stubby thing on top, because that's going to kind of ruin it a bit. Find a hat with a flat top on the top, and one that fits your head kind of tight. Not too tight to where it hurts, but really tight. You know, you can feel it, right? But yeah, find a hat. They cost around $5. And they come in just, they don't really have to be in any typical design, just like, just a plain design, basically. Typical. Just a plain design, black, white, whatever, as long as it fits. You're also going to need a doorag, like this. I've already used this, and all that white stain on it, it's glue, so don't say anything, it's glue. So yeah, just find like a material like this that doesn't break when you stretch it, or stockings will do, you know, women's stockings, but get one in black, either a do-rag or stocking in black. And then you're gonna need note cards. Note cards like these, like a 300 count note card pack like this. You're just gonna need a lot of these, okay? Because this is how I made mine. I used note cards. Just buy like a whole bunch, because if you mess up, you're gonna need a lot more. Because it sucks when you mess up, but you won't after watching this. So hopefully you don't mess up. Okay, you're gonna need glue next. Elmers glue all multi-purpose for arts and crafts. This one, a big bottle too. I recommend a big bottle. And then you're gonna need scissors. Kind of like these, like the heavy-duty ones where you have a lot of control in cutting stuff, like these. And then you're going to need a razor box cutter thing, like this. Not to cut yourself, but the box. So no emo stuff here. And then you're going to need Sharpies. The Sharpies I used were brown, mostly brown and black, and a dark brownish, so don't get the ones that you don't need. Get the ones you do need if you have an idea. So like red, if you're going to be like a cat or something, a red cat or whatever. But I used brown and black. So find the Sharpies that are those colors that you need. A ruler. Any ruler would do, kind of long one like this. And then some tape, scotch tape because it's the best. Kind of like this, just a small one. You don't need a big one. And a pencil with an eraser. No, you don't really need to worry about the eraser, but a pencil. Yeah, that does it for all the resources that you need, kind of like Minecraft. So let's get on to box making. So after getting your idea off the website or from your own head or through the Minecraft editing program thing, it's time to put that idea on this bad boy right here. So yeah, if your box looks like this, all stiff and whatnot, you gotta tame this dude. I use this as a top and the bottom with the barcode as the bottom, because with the barcode on the bottom, yeah, it's the bottom. So we're gonna have to fold everything like so. There you go. Yeah, just fold everything, kind of like make creases everywhere. This way it'll be easier when measuring a grid all around it, because it's all like not complying and stuff. What you're gonna do is tape the top part shut. Yeah, this is where tape comes in. Just tape the top part like that. I don't really know what I'm saying. So yeah, just tape everything like this. Doesn't really have to be perfect, but to the point where it's not getting you mad. So now you're left with the bottom. We don't want the bottom ones, like the bottom flaps. So this is where the box cutter comes in handy. Please be careful when doing this, because I don't know, I don't want little kids watching this and then them being all like careless and stuff, cutting themselves, and then they're gonna try to sue me. So yeah, just use your box cutter thing and just cut all the flaps off. So after cutting the bottom flaps from the bottom of your box head, you're gonna have 4 little flaps right here, and the box fell. You're gonna have 4 flaps. Do not throw these away, because we're gonna be smart about this. There was a word for it, but I don't know what the word was. But yeah, don't throw these away. Save these, because they're really gonna come in handy. Watch. Here it is. So next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna close these flaps shut like this. Right. But not with tape. We're gonna use glue. So in order to glue down the flaps, you're gonna have to retape it again, and I highly recommend having someone else help you, because doing the whole taping thing on your own is a real pain in the neck, because it's just difficult. You need like 4 hands to do this. So I had my sister help me, and so she held the flaps down, and then I basically taped over where the little crease part was at. Just try to get like the 2 like flaps together really close, because you want it even and you want it to look a bit nice, right? So after you do that, you're gonna take your glue and you're gonna glue, just pour like a whole bunch of glue right here in order to keep the flaps down. And after you do that, you're gonna put the box flat down on the ground and just use your hands to press, use both your hands to press down the flaps together, down on this part right here. So yeah, let me do that right now. So you're gonna want to do this for until the glue dries, basically, and try to make it a bit neat more than I did, because I just splurted everywhere. And yeah, just put in the big chunks of glue in there and just press down with your fists or hands or palms or feet or head, whatever you're fancy. Just do that, and then do it to the other flap, and once it dries, we move on to the next part, gridding. To grid, it's really simple. From the bottom to right here, left to right, we're gonna grid, we're gonna make little marks to tell us where our lines should be. 1.5 by 1.5 long. That's how far they should be separated. So you're gonna do this all the way until you reach the end. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once you get that, you're gonna have to grid the top 2. Really simple. Like that. And then you're gonna have to grid the sides too. Don't worry, it doesn't take that long. 1, 2. And you're gonna measure the other side. After you get all your little marks done, what you're gonna need to do now is make a line from here, from all the bottom little marks to the top, and vice versa from left to right. Bam! So here we go. Once you're done, it should look like this. The lines may not be that straight, but you don't really need to worry about that too much. And also, I also like to know, since this box isn't that perfect, like that even, since it's a 12 by 12 by 10.5, you're gonna have this big gap right here. And well, if you want that to be there, that's fine, but for me, I don't really like this line right here. So what I like doing is, where the lines kind of like meet right here, I like getting scissors or a box cutter and basically just cutting little slits right here in between, and then afterwards going over it with like scissors, because this is just like a big chunk and I don't really want that there. So I'm gonna do that off camera. So yeah, afterwards off screen I cut all the little chunks out. So after you're done with that, yeah, it gives it like a nice smooth effect a bit. Not really an effect, but it doesn't make it look all nasty and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's basically up to you. If you want to take it out, then it's fine. But if not, then yeah, that's you. So with all the note cards that you have, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be cutting them up to where they fit on the grid that we just made. So in order to do this, I already measured this one off screen. You're gonna have to measure it again 1.5 by 1.5, like so, like that, and just mark everything. And with the 3.5, no, the 3 times 5 index cards, you're gonna be left with a little piece of chunk here. So once you have this all grid, you're gonna have to cut it all up, and this big chunk here, just basically throw it away. So yeah, you should get 6 squares at the most, or yeah, wait, yeah, 6 squares at the most. So after cutting them, they should fit right on perfectly in all the little squares that we drew on the box. So yeah, let me put these down, show you guys. So yeah, they should fit everywhere like this. Okay, next up is marking where each square should go. For instance, like let's say this square was black for my hair, it'd be up here, right? For example, on my original custom box set right here, see where all the black is, and then where all the skin is, where the eyes are, the people thingy, the white stuff, the nose and the mouth. Just see where all of it's at. Like using your idea that you, like how you want your box set to look like, you're gonna have to mark where everything's gonna go. So if I were to make another one like this, I would have to mark whatever's on this side to this side, X. So yeah, that'll mark where I'm gonna go. So using this mark right here, I can really see where everything's gonna go. So X right here. So yeah, this is my mouth right here. And next up, my nose right here. And then the eyes are right here. And for the hair, well, the hair's everywhere. So I don't really need to mark everything like that. So, but this right here, this is skin. S, 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 S. After marking everything, we're left with the eyes right here. So we gotta get these guys out of here. Box cutting time. This should be very easy if you have a box cutter like this one, but if not, if you have scissors, it might be a bit difficult, but I highly recommend using a razor or a box cutter because it's just really simple. And also do be careful because I don't want you guys cutting yourselves, then again blaming me, but I didn't do anything. So just be very careful not to cut the other square, but it shouldn't really matter because we're going to be covering it up with a square, I mean an index square that we just cut out. The reason why I chose the eyes to be here is because when I put on the box head, I can see through these 2 squares, but if you have a smaller head or your custom box idea is somewhat different, just be careful where you're putting your eyes at to where you want to look out at, because you don't really want to be messing up too much. So once we these out here. Bam. Doesn't really need to be perfect. Again, we can go back and just fix all this. But yeah, let me do the other side. Also, this is my first tutorial, so I forgot to mention how you're gonna be like marking which side is the face and which side is the back, the top. Well, obviously the top is the top, but in order to help you out a bit, I suggest like kind of marking where, like, which side is the side and the face. So I marked this as F for face, and this side can be side, like left side, and then this is right side, and then this should be back side right here. But I didn't really do that because this is my first tutorial, so cut me some slack. I am really nervous right now. So after making holes, not perfect holes, but holes in our face, and after marking everything right here, it's time to get to coloring our squares. So since this X right here is telling me it's a mouth, and since I used brown, we're gonna use brown to color this one in. Here we go. Yeah, just use one of the flaps that we cut out earlier. Remember, I told you to save these, don't throw these away. So this is how I did mine. This part of the tutorial is a bit messy, but if you like getting messy and you have no problem with it, then yeah, you have no problem at all. But yeah, if you're a neat freak, then you're gonna have to be washing your hands a lot. So let me get like this. So in order to do this, just hold it down with two of your fingers at the edges on the square, and just basically just do like a diagonal pattern like so. Oh, you might mess up a bit because of the square being all protruding out and stuff, but shouldn't really give you too much trouble. And it doesn't really need to be perfect at all either, because yeah, it's adding a noise effect. I don't really know how to describe noise, but yeah, kind of like a camo kind of thing, like a pattern. So yeah, it doesn't really need to be perfect. Don't worry about it being perfect, but if you like it being perfect, then by all means make it perfect. So yeah, after doing that, let it dry a bit, but since you like getting dirty, get your hands on it. So afterwards, it should look like this. You see like the diagonal kind of effect thing. So I'm not gonna glue it on right now because this box head is for someone else that I'm making. So I'm basically gonna tape it on for an example. Okay, so I'm just gonna do it on right here, like so. And there you go. Just do the whole outline thing, and then when it comes to the skin part, use the right type of Sharpie to color it in. And yeah, let me kind of adjust things a bit. You should see it right now, like how things were to go if I were to continue. But since this box set is for my one friend, I'm not gonna permanently glue stuff on it because it's just like a test thing. And yeah, you can see where I taped that square, it matches that one right there. So if all of this were to go on that, then they'd both look identical. Yeah, just keep doing like how the method I did on the cardboard. Just Sharpie all the little squares, and well, instead of Sharpies can substitute for like spray paint, and there are different kinds of ways on how to like color everything a bit quicker. Like you can just spray paint the whole box, but I mean, what's the fun in that? I mean, I like coloring each square separately. It took long for me, but in the end it was really worth it. So next up, the hat parts, and why it's really crucial to save these instead of using them for this. They're supposed to be used for another thing, and I will show you that right now. The reason why it can move while I turn my head is, yeah, you guessed it, because of the hat. And the hat that you're supposed to need that fits your head perfectly is supposed to be glued right here in the bottom. But you can't just glue it on like that, because one thing, everybody's head is different. This is a fact. If I were to just put it on like this without putting the hat or anything in there, my eyes would be seeing out somewhere through here, and that would be really awful. It would have been a bad like project making thing. So in order to prevent this from happening, you're gonna need the flaps that you originally cut off from the bottom of the box. And what you're gonna do with these is you're gonna have to cut all of them in threes. And the reason why is I'll show you right now. You don't really have to measure for this part, you just have to cut them into threes. So like a hand's width apart. So this one should be cut right here. Careful not to cut yourself. So right here. So once, after you have all the flaps cut into threes, you should have a fairly good stack like this. And what we're going to do next is use these to measure. How? Well, this is how. Okay, so when I put this on, you can't really see my eye. My eye is like way up here. In order to, to make it to where you can look through here, through these holes, is you're going to have to use these to separate the top of the box from your head, like so. So if I were to put the stack on my head, I can see through these. You can see my eyeglass right there. So yeah, you see where I'm going with this, right? So with this stack right here, if you find the stack that your head is used to and to where you can see through these holes, you're going to have to glue all of them individually together like this to form like a strong little separating cardboard box thingy. So after doing that, what you're going to do next is glue the hat, also one without this little bump here because it's going to kill it all basically. Get a flat hat. After gluing all the little cardboard things, you're going to glue the flat part of the hat to the cardboard part. This part right here is a bit difficult because everybody's head's different, like I said before, and you basically have to just experiment a lot because you can't really find the right measurement right away. So what I recommend doing to make things easier is, let me just adjust this thing, put the hat on. Okay, once you have the hat on, also if you don't like this brim part here, you can cut it off. I mean, if you don't need it, cut it off. You're going to put this on right here. Put the cardboard stuff up right here, like this. Let's just take a few parts out and just put on the box like that. And once you glue the hat to the cardboard little slip thingies, it should hold right away. And once it's dry, once the glue's dry, just try turning your head along with like the box on. And once everything's all dry and neato, then there you go. You got your box head. Once you glue everything like that, it should be like this. The hat shouldn't come off if you glued it really well, and the box itself should turn with your head. So I guess we're done, right? No, we're not done. As you can see, all the stuff fell. As you can see, you can still see in through here, and that's kind of like really ugly. You kind of want to give that effect where it's eyes, but you can't really see in, but once you have it on, you can see out, right? And this is where the do-rag, if I can find it, this is where either the do-rag or the stockings come in handy. See, it gives it like a little mesh looking look, but you can still see me, right? So that's how it's going to look like once you have it in the box, or once you have it on, looking out of it. What you're going to do is cut the stockings or do-rags into squares, or like a big old giant rectangle like this, and just measure it from the inside. As you can see, I did that with this. I don't know if you guys can see it. Not like that, but yeah, here you go. You can see where the do-rag is. I used the do-rag, and this is where tape comes in handy too. Do not glue it. I do not recommend gluing it. Taping it is best because glue is just messy. So yeah, just tape it around, stretch it out a bit. Again, if you have someone else with you, it makes it a lot easier. So just hold one side, tape this side right here, and just kind of stretch it out. So yeah, when I put it on, You can't see my eyes, but I can see you. So after doing all of that, all of the gridding, all the measuring, all the coloring, all the hole making with the box cutting and taping, with the do-ragging and the hatting and the gluing of the flapping, you should have a box head and you should enjoy it, because they are a bit of a hassle to make, but once you really got it done and everything, they're really fun to wear and stuff. So yeah, my box head, it's been through some wear and tear because I take it around with me a lot. Took it to the beach, to the mall, to the restaurant, fast food place, I don't remember. I've been walking around with it around my town, and yeah, it's like really all crappy looking, but it was my first ever box head, and it's been fun. After making your first box head, you should be able to make another one, but this time a bit more effectively, because the tutorial that I made just now, it's just how I did mine. And if you can cut corners, if you can do it a bit faster without all the too much work involved stuff, then good for you. Try to find a way in how to do that. But this is how I made my own. This is the tutorial that I made for you guys, and I hope it was really, really helpful. And if there's some stuff that I didn't really like go over thoroughly, please let me know through like the comments, and I'd be happy to help you guys out. And yeah, I mean, the note cards, they can substitute for construction paper, foil paper, whatever kind of other art stuff, paper stuff is out there, spray paint, oil, pastel, anything really. I mean, you don't have to settle for these, but this is just a tutorial on how I made it. So yeah, that does it for the tutorial. I know it's been a while. I've been telling everybody that I was gonna make one, but I'm sorry I was lagging it, but I delivered, and I hope it was satisfying. So there you go. I hope things go well for your project. Again, message me if you have any other questions. I'd be happy to answer them. And just be careful when handling sharp stuff, and go wild with this thing. Take it everywhere you go. Take it to the mall. Take it everywhere. Freak out people at church. Everything. You can take this anywhere. It was really, really difficult for me. First time ever. Hope to help. Comment, rate, subscribe. Questions, comment. Be happy to answer them again. And yeah. Just So Plus Art here. Hope everything goes well for you and your box head project. And also send me some pictures, make a video response, anything will do. So have fun, be safe. Bye bye. Bam.